primeiramente eu quero agradecer a Fernando pela oportunidade de poder estar tendo essa conversa aqui, esse bate-papo aí sobre STR, que é locação de temporada, e vamos fazer essa entrevista em inglês porque a gente quer apresentar também aos nossos clientes do mercado americano, que é onde nós temos a nossa operação em Miami e Los Angeles. Well, good morning, everyone. So I just want to introduce myself. I'm Robaski, founder of EDR Investment Properties. And we have an operation in Brazil, more specific in the state of Santa Catarina, known as the Brazilian Dubai, as well as also in the United States, based in LA and Miami, handed over by Brian Ridgewood, which is our associate there. So I'm here with Fernando Pereira, founder of SEAZONE, so a leading startup in the STR market in Brazil. So SEAZONE combines technology with the full management operation all over Brazil, in all states and all capitals of Brazil. And we are here to talk a little bit to understand how the STR works in Brazil in terms of the owners of the properties and also rentability, ROI. Anyway, try to bring some informations to the major investors and persons that want to invest here in Santa Catarina area. So, Fernando is with you.
Okay, so I'm Fernando. As Eddie said, I'm the founder of SEAZONE. I'm gonna tell my story a little bit, so it connects to the company also. Sure. My background is from oil industry, so I graduated in instrumentation engineer. So for 10 years, I worked in Chad, in a country of Africa. And I was working rotation. I worked 28 days on and 28 days off. So I traveled a lot around the world for a long time. So I spent 10 years in this kind of work. And basically there where I started to use the AirBnB, booking all the platforms for the short stay, but as a guest. And when it was 2014, I started investing in the marketing of the real estate, because I was living in São Paulo, big city of Brazil, that I don't like it. And I was always hearing Florianópolis, that, as you said, it's like a paradise in Brazil.
It's a paradise, yeah.
Yeah, so I was spending a lot of money with hotels, and said, why not I buy an apartment and use it when I'm there? And if I'm not using it, I can put in to rent or do something. So I bought an apartment hotel in Il Campanario in Jurerê, one of the nice neighborhoods here. And in the beginning, my idea was just to leave the hotel to manage the room, but they wouldn't do it because I wanted to use sometimes. They said, oh, if you keep it with us, you cannot use. I said, oh no, I want to use once every 2 months. And I was traveling a lot, but I want to use.
So you had the problem at the time, so you need to...
Exactly.
You thinking, how am I going to solve this problem?
Exactly.
Going forward.
And then I said, okay, I was using Airbnb as a guest. I said, I tried put in Airbnb the room, because I knew that some people were doing there, but right in the beginning here in Brazil.
Yeah.
And I bought the apartment and put in Airbnb. My biggest surprise was how much money I had as an income from the Airbnb of this apartment. So at the time, was 2014, I paid 250,000 reais in the apartment. That's like $50,000, maybe less today. And it was nice that the first year of the income was like 80,000 reais. And discount all the taxes and everything was net in my pocket like 50,000.
How much percentage does it represent?
It was around 18%.
18% ROI.
ROI on investment.
Wow.
Net.
Excluding all taxes, all
everything,
costs,
everything.
Maintenance and everything.
That was it.
That's amazing.
And at the time, the interest rates were not as high as they are now. So I said, whoa, that's a good business. And nobody told me that you could get this type of returning in the real estate. Usually in Brazil, you buy an apartment, put to rent, you have like 5% a year.
A year,
yeah. And I said, well, that's nice. And then I started investing and buying more apartments. And I do all the management because I need to talk with the guests, but the hotel would do everything that's physical. So they would have the check-in, check-out, cleaning. So I didn't need to worry about that. And so I bought one more and one more and one more. And then when it was 2018, I had like 7 apartments in the hotels there, El Campanario, and also the other one, the Jurerê Beach Village.
Yeah.
And okay, it was a good business, good money, but it was starting to give me a lot of headaches because I had to answer the guests all the time. So I was traveling, people.
Go opening the doors.
Yeah,
and,
please check that.
Working the cleaner.
There's a problem here, so I need to talk to these guys all the time.
Yeah.
And I said, fuck, I need a company to do this for me because I don't want to have time for that.
And there was no company at the time.
Yeah, I was working. There was nothing. Nobody was doing it at the time. So I started searching. Nobody was doing it. Yeah. And at the same time, a lot of friends in the hotel were seeing how much money I was profiting. And the hotel management was giving them like 8,000 reais. Just 8,000. 7 to 8,000. And I was doing like 50,000 a year. So it was much higher than the people who was in the hotel. So my friends said, oh man, do it for me, do it for me. I said, no man, it's too much work. I want someone to do it for me. And I didn't find, so I said, well, maybe this is a business opportunity. Let's see if I can do a company with that. So I spoke with a friend of mine that was working he opened a company before, so he knew how to manage companies and all the shit. I said, hey man, do you want to be a partner? The first time he said, no, I have this other thing here that's much bigger, but was in the education business. And basically, education business in Brazil is shit. Yeah. After 6 months, he said, yeah, the business was that good. Let's do this real estate thing. Okay, let's do it. So in 2018, end of the year, we opened SEAZONE. And the focus was management of the apartments in short stay, primarily in the hotels. But as the beginning, we had the vision to do also in the residential standard apartments, condos, and also build for it.
Great, very, very interesting. So Fernando is already answering my first question, which would be like how SEAZONE started. So how he started the company and this STR in Brazil. Very interesting. So so the second question would be like, what is the problem that you figure out that the people have, but because you had this problem yourself, so that inspired you to open the SEAZONE?
Yeah, it's the headaches that is to have an apartment or a property. Rent, yeah. It's good money, but you need to worry about everything. The maintenance, and then if you're not in a hotel, you need to worry about the cleaning, and it's just like a lot of headache. That was my pain at the time. So the company became SEAZONE for that. And one nice point that in the beginning I had really nice margin and return on investment in the hotel apartments. But when I looked outside to the normal standard condos in Jurerê, I bought a few of them and I couldn't have the same kind of return because they were not, they were too big.
Not built specific
for short stay. Exactly.
Yes.
So it didn't make sense. So the pain that I had was, okay, I need an apartment that can give me a good return on investment and I don't have to worry about anything. So that was what I was searching at the time. Sure. And that's what became SEAZONE after it. So we try to solve this pain. So people can have the profit from the real estate, from the properties, a good one, and without the hassle of the management and all the headache.
Very interesting, very interesting. So now let's talk a little bit about the operation and the structure. So how many properties do you manage today, the SEAZONE manage today, and in which cities are you present, and what is your measured locations that you feel that is a more profitable investment for AirBnB or for short rental?
Nice. Today we have 2,100 properties under management in 50 cities of Brazil. And the main ones were Florianópolis, then we have also in São Paulo.
And in Itapema also.
We have all the coast of Santa Catarina, Balneário, Itapema, Praia do Rosa, and also the countryside of Santa Catarina, Robaski. That's the countryside where we can have snow in Brazil, the mountains. We have also in Porto Alegre in the south. We have also in Curitiba, that's in Paraná, also in the south area, and the northeast of Brazil. We have in Salvador, in Trancoso, Porto Seguro. So these main touristic cities that are in northeast of Brazil, we are there also. And in the mid-Brazil, we have Goiânia, the agro-industry area, that we have a good quantity of apartments under management. So we are all over the Brazil, basically.
So as we were talking other day, so your focus here in Florianópolis, probably because this is the most important area, or is the most, say, most rentability area. This area, big Florianópolis, I would say, all this area.
Yeah.
In Florianópolis and Balneário Camboriú.
Well, for me, the top one is still Jurerê in terms of return. The problem is that they're getting expensive, the properties there, but you have a big, a nice quantity of return on the investment. And Florianópolis in general is very good. We also have like the Northeast is a good potential that we see. Trancoso, for example, amazing place for the rental. And when you want place without the seasonality, so we have like the big centers like São Paulo, but you need to specific areas. So Itaim, Jardins, Vila Olímpia, that are very good. Other than that, don't go for it.
Very interesting. So how do you do the curation process work here in the company? What makes the property ideal for SEAZONE?
Perfect. We search for new apartments or renewed apartments. So that's very important. So we can have like a good profit, and they also can be rented in the platform because people see the picture to get rented. And we need to have at least some minimum items that we say. That is the linen and the towels. Everything needs to be white, to a certain standard. You need to have the air conditioning, TV, so all the basics. So the guest has a very comfortable stay in the apartment. So that's the idea, and that's how we select the kind of apartments that we can.
That's something that really helps to be more saleable, for
exactly.
the returns for the investors.
Exactly.
Certainly it is.
In the beginning, we accepted everything, and then we saw that wasn't a good idea. So you have old apartments, and these things they just don't sell. So you need to have to a certain standard, so they can have a good margin in the booking, Airbnb or booking, whatever platform they are.
Very good, very interesting. So any plans, expansion abroad in other countries or even in Brazil, or what is your plans going?
Our vision, we are even doing a Series A, raising money for it to expand first in Brazil. So we need to get more traction in the city that we are right now. So that's the vision for the next 2 years. And then after that, we have a vision for expansion outside. And the first place we want to go, it's Miami and Portugal. Why? Because we know that the Brazilian market is there to buy the apartments that we're going to build for them. So that's the idea that we have for the next 5 years.
Perfect. Very good. Very good. So let's talk a little bit about returns and market now. So Fernando, today what is the average rate of returns of investment, ROI, you deliver to the property owners like today?
Perfect. First, I want to explain the spots. So what we saw that the standard apartment doesn't have a good ROI. It doesn't have a good return on investment. So back there, what they did, they noticed how was the apartments in the hotel.
I mean, how much percentage you mean by the standard apartments? Yeah, but per year, say.
The standard apartment is gonna do like 8% a year. It's not very good. So that's what they see back there, and they say, okay, that's not good enough for me. So we basically developed a new product for the real estate market that's called spots. Then we can reach margins much higher than that. So the last 12 months of the spot Jurerê, we achieved 19%.
19%. Wow.
So it's much better. And why is that?
It's taking all the expenses out. This is a net profit for the owner.
And what's the magic there? No magic. What we saw in the hotels, we have like different kind of apartments, and in the end, the smallest one was the best return on investment. Because people, when they rent, they don't see square feet or square meter, they see capacity. So that's the first thing we noticed. And what you need to have is like a very good location and a view or something that's attractive, for the guests to book the apartment. So we developed what we call the spot. That's our apartment SEAZONE
you
style.
You help the construction company, the developers, to build the plant.
We developed in the spot. We developed everything. So it's in-house. So we did all the projects. They are very small. They go from 15 to 20 square meters, but very well located. We buy the area, the lands. So we develop everything. And then this kind of product, we manage to get better margins. And that's the nice thing.
I mean, projects made exclusively for Airbnb.
For the short stay.
STR.
Exactly. So all the decoration, all the furniture is all about the short stay, and all the services in the building also. So you have the condo fees very low because we thought about that. All the access of the people doesn't need anyone of self check-in, self checkout. So all these kinds come to the spot, and we made this product just for the short stay. And then we have a very small tickets because they're small. So the ticket goes around, the average ticket is 250,000 reais, around $50,000. So it's a good price, and that's why we have a good return.
So you see, I mean, investment for an investor, he would spend like $50,000 to buy one apartment to have this such a high return.
Exactly.
And this is a net profit. I mean, net return where you manage everything. That's very interesting. Something we haven't seen, and there is no other people that I know that you are doing, as well as you guys are doing.
Yeah, I think we're the pioneers in Brazil. We can see that in other countries, but in Brazil, we're the pioneers, and we are the biggest company in the short stay in Brazil today. And I think the only ones that have this conjunction of the operation, doing the management, the short stay, and have the own product for the real estate markets.
Very good. So full property management. This is one very important point that you just mentioned. So you guys do everything: the check-in, the check-out, the maintenance, and all the service. The owner just need to give the properties to you, and to SEAZONE, and SEAZONE manage everything.
Exactly.
Gives him the money back on their bank account.
We have investors that are from Europe, and these guys, they never came here to see the apartment. That's even funny because they just, that's the apartment.
Bought, and
this good get the money.
They never put the feet here.
Never. so that's how it works. So don't need to worry about anything. I was in a convention, and one guy showed up and said, "Hey, I'm your client." So nice, and said, "I just got the money in my bank account today, and I never been to the apartment." So, that's the idea. You got it.
Yeah, that's the idea. So, what technological tools allow the investors to track the results? You have some tools, some technological,
We do. I think
do it.
First, how we manage, right? I think it's good to make it clear to the people. Yeah. We have a franchise model. So I have franchise all over Brazil that they do the manual operation. That's the check-in, check-out, cleaning, and maintenance.
So contracted the companies that in every city, in every place, they do the cleaning, they do everything.
My franchise, a SEAZONE franchise. Yeah, so they have all the standard, so they follow the procedures of the company. And what is the benefit of it? It's our grade in Airbnb. Our evaluation there is 4.73. And is the highest evaluation of a company with more than 500 apartments. And we are the only big company in Brazil with the super hosts stamp of Airbnb. And who knows what's Airbnb knows how hard to get a super host. Imagine with 2,100 apartments.
Over 2,000
It's nearly impossible.
To be the...
We're very proud of accomplishing that. So it shows that we can scale and keep the quality.
Congratulations for that, Fernando.
That's good.
Very good. So
about the system, so we have a system that's called the wallet. So the property owner can see everything in his hands, in his cell phone, all the bookings in his apartment. So it feels like he has the control of the apartment in his hands, and he can block the apartment he want to use. Basically, have the control of it. He can see everything that it's spent there.
Wherever he is, he knows everything what's going on.
All the financial, so it's very transparent. The transparency is very, very important for us. So it helps the day-to-day of the investor.
Very good, very good. So let's talk a little bit about partnership and investments. Does SEAZONE have some partners, developers that already in place, already building some new developments, or you look over to the market? You have also the partners partnership with these people, with these companies?
Nice. We have 33 spots that is already sold. And
33 buildings
exactly
sold.
that they are most of them under construction. Also, that's what we have right now, and we have just released 3 new ones here in Florianopolis. So one just finished yesterday, so unfortunately won't be available for you guys. But we have another one that's beachfront, so you can access the beach from the building. And in Ponta das Canas is a beach in the north of the island, extremely nice for families, beautiful. And so it's one of the, it's going to be available for you to offer your clients. And the other one is in Jurerê. So, you know, as Jurerê is the very fancy place here in Florianopolis, everybody loves it. A lot of foreign people there. Also, is you have some apartments available for the clients. So I think this is the two that we have to offer now. But we always try to get more releases like every 2 months, and I think you're gonna show to everybody what you have.
Very good. Very good. So, in terms of the development, so are your company like SEAZONE open to co-development with some foreigners investors?
Perfect. Besides the spots, we also co-develop with other owner of structure builder developers, right?
Yeah.
And we have a few partners in Brazil. So besides the 33 that I said, we also operate 20 buildings that are from a third party. So it's some guy that developed that building, and then we help them from the beginning. So explaining how it should be, what does it need for the short stay, and then in the end he builds it, and then we go there and do the operation.
So if an American investor wants to put an investment here, so came over here, we manage the partnership. He can be part of one development, or like a share of a development, 10%, 20%, 50%, 100% owner of the development.
For sure, it's possible, and if it's our development, easier. If it's not, we can help him in every way of all steps all the way to get all the investment done.
So in other words, you can participate on VGV total also, as well as operations or exclusive management. Very interesting. It's very, very, very good conversation. So talking a little bit about safety for foreign investors. So how does SEAZONE support the international investors that wants to buy a property in Brazil in terms of legally taxes, all this compliance needed, for foreign investors?
It's not that complicated. So basically, he needs a CPF. This is the Brazilian document that he can get from the Brazilian embassy in your country. After that, you are able to open a bank account. And we have partners in BTG that can help also opening the bank accounts. So we can transfer the funds. And basically, the CPF of this person now is going to be partner of the development. So that's his insurance, let's say. And this development, it's owner of the land. So from the beginning, so he has his share of the land. So that's what gives him the legal safety of the investment. So it's pretty simple: CPF, bank account, then become partner of the endeavor.
Yeah. Good point is, you guys have everything very clear on the table.
Exactly.
So it's very, very, very interesting. Very good. So future and final message. So what's SEAZONE's next step, and how do you see the future of STR in Brazil?
Well, it's nice to see and compare with America and Europe, and who is there knows how big is this market. And when we compare Brazil to there, we are like just so small, so small. So there's so much space to grow here. For example, we are the biggest company with 2,100 apartments in Airbnb. When you see outside in US, we're seeing some companies more than 40,000 or 50,000 in Europe.
So we are baby.
We're such a small baby yet. So it's a marketing expansion, and everybody knows in a market expansion it's a good opportunity because you have all the growth on that. And it's in real estate, right? So real estate is a very good market, it's safe. So everything happens, but you still have the apartments.
Especially here, because you guys are here in Santa Catarina, the Golden State, I would say, in terms of development and properties. where appreciation, we sell apartments and units here, investments that have a return. I'm not talking about for Airbnb, but for owners that want to invest and take money out of it. So it's about 18, 20, goes up to 25% a year. So that's as a very good investment as well. So there are some investors that like to invest and to take their money out in 1, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And there are other investors that prefer to work with rental, STR, which is okay. Both are great opportunities. But you see, what I'm going to say now is you guys choose Santa Catarina because of this boom, this high explosion of the possibilities to make money out of here. So this also explains, that's the point I want to go to, explain the reason why your company is doubling the size every year. So tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, since we began in 2018, we literally double size every year. And it shows how big is the market, and nobody's there. So we are like swimming in a blue ocean, as they say. And you can see in the growth rates. And we are in the best state of the country in terms of economics and stability. So we are very well positioned. So everything like that helps. And I think when you said about also the guy who buys and wants to sell after ready, we have nice cases. So in Jurerê, for example, the investor in the end paid 329,000 reais with the furniture. And 2 years later, they are selling it for 850,000 reais. So we have more than 100%.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
That's big.
Very. I would say I don't know a company that's doubling, every year, their income, their sales.
And the market's not helping, right?
Yeah, that's what explains why the STR in Brazil is growing and growing.
Exactly.
Because there's not only people from Brazil that comes over here, from South America, from North America, from Europe. They come here for vacation, because the south of Brazil compared with the north, in my research that I made, we have some advantage compared to there, because safety.
Yeah, safety is the big one.
Safety, big one, because you can walk overnight at 2 in the morning with your phone, cell phone, walking in the street, and nobody will hurt you, will hit you.
Exactly.
That's that's very good. So final message from Fernando to our investors.
Well, you are all welcome to invest in our nice island. I hope that just not only invest, but come over and see what we're doing here. Come see what we built. Come see, understand what's this country and these states, and specifically this island. And you're gonna see the potential for the growth of our investment. I think that's the invite. And please, let's have a beer or a coffee when you guys are here.
So I really appreciate, Fernando, all your time. And it's a pleasure for me to be, have to make this partnership with EDR International Properties, with SEAZONE, because we have clients and investors in United States and all over Brazil and also in Europe, but now in special in United States, where we have set up there with Brian, which is our associate. So we are really focused on the market because I work with American people in American companies the last 40 years. So I know the culture of the Americans. So, and I know there is big opportunities in Brazil, specifically here in Santa Catarina area, that we can bring this over to American investors. So the dollar works like 5-1, so you get five times more. Your money works 5 times more here, the dollar, than United States. Yeah, you can buy 5 times more. That's basic the bottom line. So just 3 quick questions now to finalize. What is the SEAZONE? What's SEAZONE in 30 seconds?
Well, I think it's the best place for you to invest in real estate without any hassle.
Great.
Simple as that.
Top 3 locations for the highest ROI for Airbnb in Santa Catarina.
Jurerê, for sure. Campeche for sure. And
Itapema also.
Praia do Rosa.
Praia do Rosa. Good, very good.
Then I can say Itapema and Balneário because now it's too expensive right now.
Great. And quick tip for those who want to invest in vacation rentals in Brazil. Quick tip, you know.
Well, study the market and have someone good to assess you, and mainly in Brazil, so that understands the bureaucracy of our country, how it works here, and you'll be safe and just enjoy the profits after that.
Okay, so Fernando, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so follow us on the Instagram and also on our website, and we'll be posting more information going forward. Thank you.
Thank you.